Hi everyone, this is Ida of Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. I have a project share. As you all know, I have been working, or those of you who watch my channel know that I have been working on some bee kits. And in these kits, I have been including rosettes. Some of them have the paper rosettes, and then some of them have the crepe paper rosettes. I like them both. I don't really hardly ever use them when I craft, and I don't really enjoy making them, but I do like it when they have all the glitter and they're real pretty, so that's what I've been doing because I have been including them in my kits. But I was thinking, I wonder if we could spray these with shimmer spray, and would it ruin the crepe paper, or would it be okay? So I tried it on a rosette, and I love the results. So I want to share with you the back of a rosette. Here is the plain pink. It's pretty enough. I haven't finished it completely, but when you turn it to the front with the one that is when you turn it to the front, the one that has the shimmer spray, look at the difference, guys. It is so pretty. So I think I need to spray a little bit more on this one. This one has more shimmer on it, so I'm probably going to do that. But look at how pretty they look. And I'm holding them close up because I want you to see what I see. And then I had bought this crepe paper at the dollar store, at the Dollar Tree, because I like the fact that it looks like an old white or a dirtier vintage white. So I went and picked it up because I am working on some vintage like fashion kits, and I wanted to make some cream colored or vintage looking rosettes, and this is the color that I thought would be perfect. And I added the shimmer to it, and it's so very pretty. I hope you guys can see it. The lighting's not great because it's getting pretty late right now. Let me see if I can. No. Anyway, I hope that you guys can see what I'm seeing, but the shimmer looks so beautiful on there. And then as I was making the rosettes for the kits, I normally cut off, when I measure out my strip for my rosettes, I think they're too wide, and I don't like a real big rosette, so I'll trim off about 1/2 inch on the strip, and you have a little 1/2 inch strip that's left over. And normally I throw it away, but I decided to just go ahead and make mini rosettes. So here are all my scraps from the bee theme kits that I was working on. I picked up this little box at the Dollar Tree, and I'm filling it with the little leftover rosettes, and I am going to spray some shimmer on these because they don't have any shimmer, but I think I'm going to just spray them with the pearl shimmer. And so I think I have like 8 in each of the cavities in this box, so you can fit quite a few. But look at how pretty they look, guys, and then I'm not wasting anything. And as I was working on those kits as well, I thought, I wonder how one would look if you would alternate the colors. So here is one where I alternated the black and the yellow, and I really like the way it looks. Now, because these are small sections of crepe paper, when you tie it up, because these are stitched, when you tie them up, no matter how tight you get it, it's still going to feel like floppy in between the sections. But once you layer the centerpiece in the front and back, that firms it up, and that gets rid of that fluffy, floppiness on your rosette. But they look really nice, or I think they look nice. So those are the other ones that I created. I made a pair, just practicing, messing around. And the way that I make them is like, what's her name? Tara Finch. Tara has a video on how she makes them, and that's how I make them too. And right now, I call this my Rosette Garland. I still have my needle attached right here. So I thread my needle, and I put as long a piece as I can, or handle, without getting into knots. And then before I even tie them off, I'm just threading as many as I can get on here, because it saves time and it also saves thread. It saves me from having to rethread my needle more. So I do it less often when I do it this way. And this would be a great idea to send someone Happy Mail who loves rosettes, where they could actually tie up their own and add their centers or whatever, but you give them the head start to their rosettes. And all you actually do is just cut off the sections and tie up your rosette. You cinch it in and tie it as tight as you can get to close that hole up. And I'll do one with you so you guys can see how I do that. So I'm just going to cinch it a little bit, and I'm going to cut off a section. So there's my garland. And all you have to do is just tie this in a knot and get it as tight as you can. My hands are slippery because I just washed them. And I usually hold them close to my body so I can tug on them. Hold on. Let's start over. I usually hold them close to my body so I can tug on them. And you want to cinch it as much as you can, so that way you give yourself a little leverage as far as the thread is concerned. You want to be able to pull it. And if it's too short, you're going to have trouble the way I am right now because I cut it too short. But it is still doable, and because my hands are slippery as well. So you want to cinch it up, tighten it as tight as you can to get this hole in the center as tight as possible. Now I'm going to pull it towards me, and you're not going to see it for a minute because this is the way that I do it, so I can get a better grip on it. So you might want to leave yourself a little bit more thread than what I did, but as you can see right there, I'm closing it up. And even if I don't get it all the way closed up, when I put the bottom, the centerpiece, the center die cut, whether it be a circle, a hexagon, a star, whatever I decide to put in the center, that covers that hole up. But you do want to cinch it as tight as possible. Let's see if I can get it tighter. And I use a heavyweight thread, so no matter how tight I get it, when I'm tightening up my, when I'm tightening up my rosette, my string, no matter how much I tug on it, it's not going to break because it is a heavyweight thread. And if I can, I'll link this in the description box. And even though mine's white, I use it on all colors of rosettes because you're not going to see that. Once you cinch it up and tie it up and trim it down, you don't even see that. So let me see. My hands are so slippery, guys, because I just washed them. And I didn't leave myself enough room, enough thread to pull it in as tight as I want. Here we go. So I'm going to tie it in a knot. And I tie it 2 or 3 times. I want to make sure that my knot does not come undone. And I'll show it to you in a minute. So mine's nice and tight already. And the back doesn't look as pretty. And I am going to trim this little piece right here down a little bit. But I already knotted it 2 or 3 times. And it's, see, even though it's not completely closed, by the time you put something on the center of that, you're not even going to see that anymore. But that is how I make my rosettes. Really, I like them a little bit tighter than this one's, not as tight as I normally make them, because if you notice, the hole's smaller on this one. But because I didn't leave myself enough thread to tighten it. So you might want to leave yourself a little bit more than what I did, but still, this still works. And that's all that I do, guys. And then I go ahead and I spray it with my shimmer. And it does not hurt it. It doesn't make it, you know, when you wet paper kind of bubbles up. It doesn't make it bubble up or anything because this has a lot of alcohol in it. So it evaporates immediately, dries almost immediately. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this gives you ideas, and I hope that this helps you. I hope everyone is having a great day, and God bless. Bye.